City News everywhere.
It has a great impact for me because I lost my brother at the residential school. He was only 16.
Winnipeg commemorates National Truth and Reconciliation Day. In St. John's Park, the sound of drums rang out as survivors of residential schools and the Sixties Scoop took the day to reflect on their own stories of survival and of the children who never came back home.
So we were excited to be together again because I hardly see him because we're not allowed to interact with the other side, the male side.
Hilda Biggity says she came to the park not only to be with other survivors, but to be near her tree, where she's prayed to her ancestors for decades.
Praying together is powerful, and it's a comfort to see all these orange shirts and see people come together that they're with me in spirit, right? Even though none of them know my brother.
It's a day of remembering how resilient our people are, that they tried to break our spirit, but they didn't do a good enough job at it because we're still here.
Executive Director of Anish Corporation, Eva Wilson-Fontaine, says September 30th is a day of victory for her. She says as the years go by, she sees her people making strides in reconnecting with their Indigenous roots.
A lot of survivors even are reclaiming their voices. They were once compliant, and say nothing, and now they're using their voices, and that means that there's healing happening.
And for me, it's also important to include the 60 Scoop in that because many of us had parents who were residential school survivors, and so we were taken as a result of some of the legacy of residential schools.
Catherine Strongwind is the director for the 60 Scoop Legacy of Canada. She says it's powerful to see people who have come to pay their respects, but there's still a long road ahead for 60 Scoop survivors.
We really haven't been recognized by our governments, and we're still fighting for that acknowledgement and the validation that we have as survivors.
Strongwind says many are still looking for families scattered across the United States and overseas, and little has been done to help them access birth and adoption records.
There's many of us who are now aging and really want to help have our families be able to access help and heal.
Strongwind says conversations about the 60 Scoop and its survivors have been changing, and she hopes the next year brings official recognition from the government so healing can continue. In Winnipeg, Joanne Roberts, City News.